Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday head and face shave. Things are still improving, so I'm hoping to have a good Christmas. The only hurdle the only hiccup that might happen, my son's come down with a really nasty cold. I'm just hoping that I don't get it for Christmas. I'm not going to be very happy with him if he gives me a cold for Christmas, but still, one of those. Today's shave is number 214. Hardware wise, I'm going to use my Razorock Plissoft brush. This is one of the first brushes. I think it was the first proper brush I ever bought, which is years and years ago now, and it still looks almost like new. So really good brush. The bowl I'm using today is the Giles Shaving Co. Pedestal bowl. This is my favourite bowl out of all of them. This is definitely my favourite. It's because of the pedestal. It just works. You can hold it. You can, it's very secure in your hand, and I love it. So, and then the razor today. I'm not sure whether I've used this before. I think I might have done, but I found it in a box that I was about to throw away. Only last week. And it was all wrapped up, and I can't remember where I got it from. I've got a funny feeling I probably got it off JJ Shaves, John June. It's a Fat Boy, and because it was still wrapped up and it still had sellotape on it, I'm not sure. I don't think I've used it before. I put it to setting 5. And the only real difference between this and the Gillette Slim Adjustable is the width of the handle, and possibly, I'll go and get my other one. So this is the Gillette Slim Adjustable, and this is the Gillette Fat Boy. And as you can see, the handles are quite different, but they're about us. The Slim is slightly longer. The heads, the Fat Boy has a bigger head on it. To my eye anyway, it looks slightly bigger head. But that's my birth razor, and this is the Fat Boy. And I'm not sure, as I say, whether I've actually used this before. I always wanted one, but I don't remember buying it. So I hope I'm not supposed to send this back to somebody. No, I don't think so. I would have bought this. Either way, fantastic. Looking forward to using that. I've got it on setting 5, as I said. So that's all the hardware. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave. Yeah, let's get this shave going. I was just thinking, am I ready? Yes, I am. I wasn't sure whether I'd actually picked a pre-shave, but I have. Right, here we go. So let's get some water on the subject. It's head and face shave. I'll be using the leaf as usual on my dome. Oh, this is fantastic. So I'm out again tonight. I went out last last Saturday, and had a few beers. So yeah, enjoyed that. Weren't many people there, but it was supposed to be a Christmas party, but he's doing another one on the 22nd, and I think that one will be there'll definitely be more people there. But there you go. Right, so I'm using PAA the Cube. Nice chilly pre-shave to match the weather. It actually is quite mild today. So here we go. So how's everybody been? I hope you've had a great week, and I hope you're pretty much ready for Christmas. I have got a few things that I forgot to do. Oh yeah, and Wednesday was a bit of a palaver. I thought I was going in for a checkup, but I actually went in for a scan. So I've got to go back this Wednesday. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get, that's for the results, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a shave done this Wednesday either. So it looks like it's going to be the new year before I start with my straight razors again. Unless I find time to do it at some other point in the week. So yeah, if I can do it on Wednesday, I will. I'm just going to get results, going to speak to the consultant, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, so oh yeah, the soap today. It is a Christmassy soap. It's coniferous, conifer trees or pine. I would think this is. It's definitely coniferous. That's for sure. It's got pine in it, and it's got something else in the background. I'll put the scent profile up there. But yeah, it reminds me of a Christmas tree. It's not a strong scent, I have to say. It's I would say out of the puck it's about a 3 or a 4 out of 10, and off the brush is definitely a 3. So, but this is quite an old soap. Oh, this is good though. It's A&E, not A&E, Sterling Coniferous. Sterling is a great brand. Really good value for money. Excellent soap. You can't go wrong buying Sterling, I've got to say. Even in the UK, where you've got to pay a bit more because of import duties and taxes and stuff. Sterling is a safe bet. It really is. Right, I haven't got my leaf razor ready yet. So yeah, I use the leaf on the dome pretty much exclusively. Occasionally I'll use something else, but nothing really beats this, and I don't see any point in changing it out unless I've got the urge, I've got the itch. And I just put 2 blades in the bottom 2 slots. I find the top blade is almost redundant, and actually I get a better shave with just the 2 blades in the bottom 2 slots. I had somebody comment on an old video saying I noticed you only use the 2 bottom slots. Well, I just find it shaves better. I get a better shave with just the 2 bottom slots. And these are Euromax blades in here. I don't know how many times I've used these blades, but they're working very well, so I've got no issues. So this is with the grain pass, obviously. I think I just shaved off a bit of my eyebrows. Never mind. Start a new fashion. Oh, I do enjoy my head shaves, especially using a razor like this, because you don't have to focus at all when using it. It's just put the blades in and go. There is a small learning curve at the beginning because you have a tendency to push a little bit, and you've got to find the right pressure so that the head remains flat on the top of your head, on the skin on your dome. And once you've got that muscle memory, you just can't go wrong using it. So okay, Gillette Fat Boy. Oh, I meant to have a look. This is, I think it's an E. Let's have a look. I can't see. Yeah, it's an E. The stamp on the bottom is E, made in the US. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that on here. E2. So let's just see if we can get it to focus up here. I doubt you'll be able to see that. Bring it in closer. E. Oh. I have no idea whether you can see it, but probably not. But trust me, it's E2. So I've got to look up and see, because I think my birth razor is a K. So here we go. This is setting 5. Too mild. That's way too mild. So open it up. I'll go up to setting. I'll go up to the max setting, setting 9, and see how that is. That's better. There's blade feel there. This is the Gillette 7 o'clock green that I used last Saturday. This is still, even though it's on maximum, it's still quite mild, in my opinion. We'll see how it feels on the second and third pass. Because you've obviously got a full week's growth here. On setting 9 there is blade feel, but I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the sort of blade feel you get with the Mool Rocker or the Mool R49, or R41, the Beast, the R41. There's even less, I would say there's less blade feel here than the Game Changer 0.84, but a bit more than the Edwin Jagger 316. So it's in that region, so, and that's on setting 9. So yeah, another busy week on the run up to Christmas. I thought I'd got pretty much everything done, and then I remembered I hadn't got the grandchildren a card. I'd gone out into Solihull in the West Midlands specifically to get Christmas cards and a few other bits and pieces that my mother wanted. Yeah, I got all the cards for my kids, but I didn't get cards for my older grandchildren. The younger grandchildren, I don't bother giving them a card. They're too young to know or notice any difference. The scent profile off this, the scent strength, not profile, the scent strength is not very strong on this. But, you know, that some people prefer that. I don't. So this one is not one of my top scents that I, you know, on scent strengths. This is a soap that if I were going to thin down my soaps, not that I am, but if I were going to thin down my collection of soaps, that would be one going. On the basis, the soap performance is excellent. All of Sterling soaps are excellent. It's just the scent profile. This, I keep saying scent profile. The scent strength on this is a bit too mild for my liking. So let's go across the grain. Oh yeah, I had a bit of fun and games in Solihull as well. Don't you hate it when there's a system, you know, it's an unwritten system, but there's a system nonetheless that when the area where you want to park on a street, and it's a weird setup, it's sort of blocked at one end, but at that blocked end, that's where all the shops are. It's like in a precinct. And there are, you know, people queue up to wait for somebody to get back in their car and go off, and then you queue for that parking space. Well, I think it was a mother and daughter, but basically they drove past the 3 cars that were parked waiting for a parking space just as somebody else was about, you know, just putting stuff in their boot, and then they went to get in, you know, nick the spot. Oh, I saw red, I'm afraid. The Christmas spirit left me briefly. So yeah, I went over and actually drove over and told them what I thought of them. So yeah, I was probably a bit over the top, but I just hate that when people, you can see that cars are waiting there. And she said, I mean, her excuse was you could have been waiting to pick somebody up. Well, in that part of Solihull, anybody who lives in Solihull or goes to Solihull on a regular basis, there's an unwritten rule. That's what you do. You just sort of form an organised queue, and then for somebody to jump past 3 cars and try and nick a spot, that didn't go down well. I wasn't the only one that got out of the car either. So right, so against the grain is straight up on this side. Oh, that's fantastic. Not against, this is across the grain going up. And across on this side is as you'd expect. So even on 9, I'm not getting a lot of blade feel out of this. It looks like it's clogging up a little bit, but it's not. Just cleaned it out, but as you can see, I'm actually on 9. So there it is there on setting 9. And it's I'm not getting a lot of blade feel. But there you go, it's one of those. The butterfly razors have never been my favourite either, so I've just got one for the collection really. I've wanted a Gillette Fat Boy for quite a long time, so and I think Gillette are the only ones that do a date stamp, so if you're looking for a birth razor, I think your only option is to go for a vintage Gillette. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Oh yeah. I'm enjoying this shave. Fantastic. Oh, there goes the dog, he's heard something. So against the grain. This is the bit that always gets me. Almost going into a trance. Doing the against the grain pass. Oh, so relaxing. So yeah, the plan is I'm probably for next weekend, because it is Sunday's Christmas Eve, I may do the shave on Sunday. I don't know. I'll probably do it on Saturday, to be honest, because I'll probably go to the Christmas party in my local pub as well on the Saturday, so I need to be clean shaven for that. Just in case I meet the opposite sex in there, but the pub I go to is mainly blokes. It's a proper, what I would call a working man's pub. I just like the atmosphere in there, and there's a pool table, and not that I can play much pool now because of my back. I think I've played once, and I played once this year, and nobody could beat me because I used to be quite good, not up to sort of competition levels or anything, but I did play for the pub at one time. Going against the grain now. But I did pay for it the following day. I think I had 3 games. Thoroughly enjoyed playing. And I was playing some, well, at least 2 of them were decent players. And I think this was back in the summer. But I didn't half know about it the following day. It's the alcohol. When you've had about 4 or 5 pints, you just don't care anymore. So yeah, if the pool table is playable on next Saturday, I'll probably have a game. I'll try and limit myself to 1 and do it before I've had 5 pints, because otherwise I might go into excess. So the dome, that's BBS all over. That's the thing I like about the leaf. It's very rare I miss anywhere with the leaf. The face, I know I'm going to have the usual spots, so I'm just going to go for the 4th pass, and then I know I'm BBS for tonight. There's a live band on in the local pub, so I shall go have I'm not going to be there for long tonight. Just have a couple of beers. My son will take me and pick me up, because I can no longer walk to the pub. It is walking distance for most people. It's about 15-minute walk from my house. But if I tried to walk that, yeah, I think I would be out of action for a week or 2, because there's a bit of a hill as well. So it wouldn't be a very good move, a sensible thing for me to do. And as my son's full of cold, he's not going anywhere tonight, so he was supposed to be going with his mother to the German market in Birmingham, but he's not well enough to do that. I mean, he worked last week, he went to work every day, but by the time he got back, he looked like death warmed up and just went straight to bed on most days. But I think he's probably coming out of it a bit now. He's sat at his computer playing is it World of Warcraft, I think. It's a game I used to play with him when he was a lot younger. He was still at school. Whenever I went down the pub, he used to call me and ask for the password to my PC. So yeah, he recently got back into playing it, and he's persuaded me to, for reminiscence sake, for memory's sake, to play again or play with him. So I've set up a couple of characters, and I think I've spent a couple of hours with him on it. You don't have to pay for it up to level 20 apparently, so I just played with him for a bit, but soon realised that if you want to, you know, because he plays it with other people, so I'm just not going to be able to slot in to play with him. So it's done. It's brought back good memories for Will and my son, and I'm pleased. I just hope he doesn't get as addicted to it as he used to be. And I used to be at one time. Right, anyway, that's the shave done. And that feels great. Are any of you guys gamers at all? If I play games on the computer, it's usually something like Civilization or oh God, what's it called? Well, there's Age of Empires, Civilization. They're more strategy games. Games you've got to think about what you're doing. Right. Before I natter on, I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all cleaned up. Post-shave feel is really good with Sterling soaps. Can't go wrong. It feels well hydrated, really. As I've said many times, when you're using an artisan soap or a bit of quality soap, you don't really need to use a balm. I always do. I'm going to use the alum today because I haven't used this razor, or at least I don't think I have. So I'm going to see how it feels on the face, because I mean, if I'm quite honest, my Gillette Slim Adjustable has got more blade feel when you put it to maximum than the Fat Boy has. So, quite surprised. It certainly was above medium when you get it on setting 9. But I would say it probably sits just above the Edwin Jagger 316 in terms of aggression when you put it on setting 9. I like I definitely like blade feel in a razor. I don't like razors where you can't get any feedback or any blade feel at all. I've got some feedback here. I would say it only hit at the most about 2 out of 10. So not a lot, more than I was expecting, to be honest. So let's just wipe that off. Oh, I didn't do the cold rinse. Right, let's get rid of this. Do the cold rinse. I don't need to reapply the alum though. Oh yeah. That is so nice. Love it, love it, love it. Oh. So refreshing. So, onto the post-shave. So, alum, as I say, not a lot of feedback, but it was more than I was expecting. I'm using Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel for the post-shave tonic, I guess. help heal the skin. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to use Myrsol Blue aftershave. Oh yeah, that is so nice. Really, really nice. I like Myrsol Blue. And then I'm using Gillette Skin Post-Shave Balm. So that's it there. So put that on. Using about that much, but that'll be enough for the face and dome. Oh, that's beautiful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the shave. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next weekend, whether I'll shave on the Saturday or on the Sunday. I think I'm going to shave on the Saturday because I'm going to potentially go out to the party on Saturday as well. But you see, I normally go out and have a drink on Christmas Eve. So I'm undecided what I'm going to do. I'll let you guys know. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday. So if you don't see a video next Saturday, it'll be next Sunday. Because I do like to do a shave on Christmas Eve. All right then, I will see you next weekend, either on Saturday or on Sunday. Bye now.